local, live, late breaking. WESH 2 News Sunrise starts now.
Good Thursday morning, and thank you for starting your day with us. The Sunrise team is here for you. I'm Jason Guy.
And I'm Meredith McDonough. And Jason, today is the day. It is the first day of school. Hundreds of thousands of Central Florida students are returning to classes. And as you get out the door, our WESH 2 News Sunrise team has you covered all morning long.
Yeah, we have that live team coverage spread out across Central Florida. Bob Hazen is in Seminole County. Tony Atkins is in Orange County, and Megan Mulatto is out with students in Osceola County.
Plus, first warning meteorologist Kellyanne Class and Marquise Amita are tracking what's going to be a very hot first day back to school.
You know it. And if you're trying to beat the heat in these early morning hours and that rush on the roads, we've got our traffic expert Megan Mackey helping you navigate the highways and those side streets. We want to begin, though, with the heat and meteorologist Kellyanne Class. Kellyanne, kids need to wear some light-colored, lightweight clothing because it's going to be a scorcher.
Absolutely, and they really need to stay hydrated all day long because we're talking about dangerous heat yet again for the second day in a row. We're under an excessive heat warning for most of Central Florida, with the exception of the I-75 corridor, Marion, Sumter, and Polk counties. You were under a heat advisory. Either way, though, whether you're under an excessive heat warning or heat advisory, it's still going to be hot throughout the day. Already this morning, we're feeling warm. It feels a lot more like 88 in Orlando, 89 in Sanford, 85 degrees in DeLand and New Smyrna Beach, and it feels a lot more like 89 degrees in Kissimmee. Then looking ahead to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we're going to feel like 110 to 114 degrees. It is going to be a hot day ahead. No wonder why we have those heat alerts. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll tell you if we could see any break from the heat. But first, let's get over to Megan with a check on the roads.
Kelly, good morning. We are crash-free to start our Thursday on this first day of school. Things looking great across Central Florida on the roadways. This is a live look I-4. If you're traveling near John Young Parkway, you can see just a couple cars out for that morning drive. And because it is a first day of school, just be mindful to be extra cautious on the roads this morning. Drive slower than usual. Make sure you're stopping and yielding at those pedestrian crosswalks and dropping off kids at the appropriate drop-off areas. Coming up in a few minutes, I'll have a check-in on some of those travel times.
All right, Megan. Thousands of students are heading off to classes in Seminole County.
And that's where we find WESH 2's Bob Hazen this morning. He's live at the Transportation Bus Hub in Winter Springs. Bob, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. And, you know, the buses are out here still. The bus drivers starting to show up this morning and walk out to their rides. And you can see back here, a few of them have the headlights on so far, but none have really started taking off yet, just getting the buses ready for this first day of school. Obviously, a very busy time for a lot of folks out here. And we do expect the superintendent to be out here in just a little while as well. So that's what we have going on out here in Seminole County. And let's check at what's going on in Orange County. That's where Tony Atkins is right now. Good morning, Tony.
Yeah. Hey, good morning, Bob. Yeah, thousands of students all across Orange County are expected to come back to school today. I spoke with the district earlier this week. They say they expect a record 210,000 students to be enrolled in its classrooms when the year begins later today. Now, the superintendent says she plans to visit several schools starting at 9 o'clock this morning. Her first stop will be right here in Maitland at Domerick Elementary, which is right over my shoulder. We will be covering that when she arrives here later this morning. For now, reporting live in Orange County, Tony Atkins, WESH 2 News.
Several local school districts are offering free breakfast and lunch for all students this year. That includes Flagler, Lake, Marion, Orange, Sumter, and Volusia counties. In our other districts, there are some individual schools that qualify, but not the entire district.
And as the kids are waiting at bus stops, they're going to feel the heat and the humidity, even at this early hour.
First warning meteorologist Marquise Amita is live at Edgewater High School in Orlando. Marquise, good morning.
Good morning. How's it going today, y'all? Well, here we are at Edgewater, and unfortunately, this might be the best weather that we're going to see all day. Right now, temperatures are in the lower 80s, and it honestly feels cool in comparison to where we're going to be in the afternoon. So afternoon highs are likely to peak in the upper 90s. We're going to come away with multiple records broken, not just here in Orange County, but all across Central Florida. That means we're in the upper 90s in the afternoon. And as you factor in the heat and the humidity, your feels-like temperatures, the heat indices, those are going to rise well above the triple digits. It's the type of weather that makes you just want to stay inside where the AC is. But it's not just any ordinary day. Today's the first day of school, which is why we're at Edgewater right now. And as the kids come to school, before you get here, you need to think about what to wear. Light colored clothes, lightweight clothes, those are going to be your best options for the day so you can beat the heat and stay safe. We'll take a closer look at your school day forecast coming up shortly. Stay with us.
All right, Marquise. And keep in mind, our back-to-school coverage continues in less than 10 minutes. We're going to be checking in with the Flagler, Sumter, and Osceola school districts. Now to our other big story this morning. Governor Ron DeSantis has suspended the state attorney of Orange and Osceola counties.
Monique Worrell is waking up off the job this morning. Former Judge Andrew Bain is now replacing Worrell as interim state attorney.
The move by the governor sets up a new partnership between local law enforcement and the state attorney's office in Orange and Osceola counties. Sheriff Mina released a statement saying, quote, "Our focus at the Orange County Sheriff's Office is to protect our community from violent criminals. We rely on our partnership with the state attorney's office to ensure those offenders are held to account and kept off our streets. We look forward to working with Judge Andrew Bain in his new role as state attorney." And from Osceola County, Sheriff Marco Lopez said this: "The criminal justice system only works when law enforcement investigates and arrests those who commit crime, and the state attorney's office prosecutes those offenders. We welcome Judge Andrew Bain as the new state attorney and look forward to our offices working together for justice. The victims of crime in Osceola County will always come first." You can hear from local lawmakers and other community leaders following the suspension of Monique Worrell. Just go to our website, WESH.com.
And at 5:07 now, our WESH 2 back-to-school coverage continues this morning. It's a new school year and a new leader for students in Flagler County. Sheldon.
And Mayor, along with the new leader comes a new set of rules. The changes that start today for students in the classroom.
Plus, the student population is growing in Sumter County, but officials are still trying to fill missing gaps. The challenges happening right now as kids return back to school. Megan?
Yeah, Osceola County Schools is still dealing with a bus driver shortage, but they've made major progress compared to last year. I'm WESH 2's Megan Mulatto breaking down the numbers. Next, stay with us.
And we're throwing it back to the first day of school for our Sunrise team. Yeah, that's me on the right, Mayor on the left. Oh, look at those missing chompers. We love to see your first day of school pictures. Submit them now on WESH.com/upload.
A new season of Bucks football is on the horizon.
And WESH 2 is your home for all the action.
Preseason coverage starts Friday with Countdown to Kickoff sponsored by Mullinax Ford, followed by the Steelers at the Bucks.
The journey starts here.
On WESH 2, your home of the Bucks.
Jim Payne, honored with the Silver Circle Award for Distinction in the Television Industry by the Suncoast chapter of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences.
Our back-to-school coverage continues now in Osceola County, where kids are getting ready for the day.
WESH 2's Megan Mulatto is live at the district's transportation hub in Kissimmee. And Megan, Osceola is one of the fastest-growing counties in the state.
Yeah, it sure is. So this year, the school district is accommodating 35,374 bus riders. That's 2,500 more students compared to last year. And in case you missed it, Osceola County Schools is starting this year with their brand new superintendent, Dr. Mark Shanoff. We're hoping to speak with him here in a couple of minutes to get his thoughts on this school year and being a superintendent in one of the fastest growing counties in the state. So we're standing by to speak to him. For now, I'll toss it back to you in the studio.
All right, Megan. And this new school year means a new leader also in Flagler County for the school district.
Sheldon Dutez joins us now in studio. And Sheldon, LaShaka Moore is serving as the district's interim superintendent.
She is, Jason and Mayor, and she says that she is focused on the new school year and working hard over the next few months until the district finds a permanent replacement. And the district hopes to have a permanent superintendent in place by January, and you can weigh in on who you think should get that job by filling out a community survey. It will remain open through Friday, September 15th, guys.
All right, Sheldon, thank you. And like so many places here in Florida, Sumter County is seeing a lot of growth and it's impacting schools. Sonika Dange is joining me now in the studio. And the district there is expecting about 1,000 more students than this time last year, Sonika.
Yeah, and that's a 10% increase for this relatively small school district of about 10,000 students. One way they're accommodating that growth is by reopening a school. Shirley says the district is also hiring bus drivers, cafeteria workers, and paraprofessionals. Sumter County families, a little note for you today as you head off to school. The sheriff's office says just expect heavier than normal traffic. That's because today is the first time all charter and public schools are opening on the same day. Jason?
All right, Sonica, and our WESH 2 New Sunrise team is making sure you're fully prepared for this first day back. We have live team coverage throughout the morning, helping you and the kiddos get the day going. And part of the preparation includes what we need to wear and the kids.
Yes, keep it cool today for sure. And also, don't forget the water bottle. Definitely going to need it today, right, Kellyanne?
Absolutely. Yeah, we are talking once again about extreme heat. Unfortunately, for back to school, it's going to be hot when you pick the kids up from the bus stop. Temperatures this morning already feeling like the upper 80s in some locations. And then on top of that, you add the humidity. This afternoon, by late morning, early afternoon, it's just going to be downright hot area wide. That's why there are heat alerts in effect for portions of Central Florida. We have a heat advisory for most of I-75. That includes Marion, Sumter, and Polk counties, while the rest of Central Florida is under an excessive heat warning. And this is why by 2 o'clock we'll feel like 107 to 114 degrees area wide. Even by 10 a.m. we're already starting to feel like the triple digits. This morning it feels like 88 degrees in Orlando, 89 degrees in Sanford, 86 degrees in DeLand, 83 degrees in Daytona Beach, Palm Coast, and Melbourne. And it feels a lot more like 81 degrees in the Villages. So definitely a hot start as you get the kids ready for school. And then when you pick them up, not only is it going to be hot, but we'll be watching for a few showers as well. Things though this morning, nice and quiet. Few clouds. We are rain free throughout the evening hours. And then tomorrow, with more dry air in place, we're actually knocking our rain chances back down to 20% coverage, back up to 30% for Saturday and Sunday, and all week long our temperatures will hover in the mid and upper 90s. All right, let's get over to Megan with a check on the road.
Kellyanne, good morning. I'm not monitoring any crashes this morning, so if you're getting ready for that morning drive, no delays or issues to worry about if you're heading to the first day of school. This is a live look at I-4 looking from our tower camera. Beautiful shot of downtown if you're heading that way or eastbound up towards Maitland and Altamont Springs. Do you want to have some reminders for you if you are heading out this morning? Even if you're not heading to school, a reminder that the school buses are going to be back on the road, so make sure you pay attention to those flashing lights. Don't pass when the stop arm is out, and always watch for children crossing. Of course, these are things to remember throughout the school year, but a good reminder because we are now heading back into the first day. So the school buses are out and those travel times are sitting in the green. I-4 from Lake Mary Boulevard to Princeton Street, both directions were at less than 13 minutes.
Fans of those silly yellow henchmen who love bananas, get ready. Minion Land opens tomorrow. We are getting a look inside the all-new gaming experience set to open at Universal Orlando.
And if you need some puppy love in your life, Beans is your boy, and he's our featured Clear the Shelter's Pet of the Hour. He's a 10-month-old scruffy terrier mix searching for his forever family. Beans' previous owner says he's energetic, fun-loving, and very playful. He needs an adopter who has time and patience to work on his manners. Lake County Animal Services, where Beans currently lives, just happens to offer free dog training classes. If you want more information on how to bring Beans home for free, just visit our website, WESH.com, and click the Clear the Shelters link.
And it's an exciting morning. You may have those butterflies. My two oldest kiddos are going back to school, Tommy and Mikey. Yes, looking their best here. We'd love to see your first day of school pictures. You can submit them now on WESH.com/upload.
First warning weather on WESH 2 is sponsored by Sonic.
Okay, we know it's summer. The calendar shows that, and it still feels like it with all this heat.
Yes, but Walt Disney World is getting a jump start on spooky season this weekend. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party kicks off tomorrow. It will run select nights through November 1st. You have to buy special tickets for this event, though. It comes with exclusive entertainment like parades and nighttime spectaculars. In addition to trick-or-treating throughout the park, there will also be exclusive fall and Halloween-themed treats throughout the area.
Ooh, it's never too soon in my mind to get to spooky season.
Yes, or anything fall related.
Yes.
Okay, so also the wait is over for Minion fans.
Yeah, visitors are soon going to be able to get into a whole new level of mischief at Universal Orlando. The all-new Minion Land opens tomorrow. It includes the interactive gaming experience VillainCon Minion Blast, along with the opening of Illumination's Minion Cafe. WESH 2 News will be giving you a sneak peek of the Minion Land this morning on WESH 2 News Sunrise. That's coming up in about an hour as Christina Watkins joins us live from Universal Orlando for a special preview during our 6 o'clock hour of WESH 2 News Sunrise. And can't wait for that.
Lots going on. Football is also back. Take a look at this. The Bucs kick off the preseason at home tomorrow against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The WESH 2 sports team will be live at Raymond James for countdown to kickoff at 6:30 p.m. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock, and WESH 2 is your home for the Bucs. You can catch all 3 preseason games right here on WESH 2. But first, many Central Florida students are waking up early, packing those lunches, and starting their first day of school. Scott?
Right here in Brevard County, the buses are getting ready to pick up some of the 70,000 students out there, and this as it's also the first back-to-school day for a new superintendent. Jason?
All right, Scott. And if you've stepped out the door already, then you know it feels like a sauna outside. First warning, meteorologist Kellyanne Klass is tracking if rain could cool down your neighborhood. Next on WESH 2 News Sunrise at 5:30.
Local, live, late breaking. WESH 2 News Sunrise starts now.
It's official. Summer break is over. It is back to school for nearly all of our students across Central Florida today. Good morning, and thank you for starting your Thursday and this first day of school with us. I'm Meredith McDonough.
And I'm Jason Guy. You just feel that excitement and energy. We have a special edition of WESH 2 News Sunrise for you this morning as those kiddos return to classes. From Orange and Seminole to Osceola County, our Space Coast 2, we've got a team spanned out here across Central Florida this morning, helping you navigate that first day of school.
Sheldon Dutez and Sonica Dunga are also standing by to break down new changes happening at your child's campus and other additions you'll see inside classrooms this year.
Our traffic expert, Megan Mackey, is monitoring conditions for us as more drivers, bikers, and walkers will be back out on the roads today.
And first warning meteorologist Marquise Mita is in the WESH 2 Weather Lab monitoring heat conditions at Edgewater High School this morning. But we are going to begin in studio with first warning meteorologist Kellyanne Klass, who has our full first day of school forecast.
Yeah, this is a back to school scorcher, Kellyanne.
Absolutely, yeah. When you think back to school, I feel like a lot of kids typically think like, okay, fall's basically here, right? No, not for Central Florida. We're still in the thick of summer, and we're really feeling that heat, humidity this morning with feels like temperatures into the upper 80s in some locations. Yeah, one of those places in the upper 80s is here in the metro, so just make sure that you're getting the kids ready for not only the heat, but also pack them with extra water. Make sure they're staying hydrated throughout the day. Wear light-colored clothing and lightweight clothing as well. 88 degrees is the feels like temperature in Orlando. We're at 89 degrees in Kissimmee, 88 degrees in DeLand, 89 in Sanford. It feels a lot more like 87 degrees in New Smyrna Beach. Same thing in Titusville. By 10 a.m., we're already going to feel like the triple digits area wide. And then throughout the afternoon, we're just going to get hotter. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's going to feel a lot more like 107 to 114. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll talk about if we could see any relief from the heat in terms of rainfall moving in. But first, let's get over to Megan with a check on the roads.
Kellyanne, good morning. Not monitoring any traffic delays this morning or crashes, which is good news if you're getting out early for that morning drive today. This is a live look I-4. Traveling near Osceola Parkway, you can see the traffic is definitely starting to pick up here this morning. But again, so far, no slowdowns or incidents to be worried about. Do you have some reminders if you are heading back to school? For all drivers, whether or not you have kids going back to school, make sure you're slowing down today, especially in driving cautiously. Those big yellow buses are back on the roads, so make sure you stop and yield at those pedestrian crosswalks. And for those parents, make sure you're dropping your kids off at the appropriate drop-offs. Coming up in a few minutes, I'll have a check-in on those travel times.
All right, thank you, Megan. This morning, Orange County Public Schools will be welcoming back a couple 100,000 students today.
Now, this is the largest school district in Central Florida. WESH 2's Tony Atkins is live at Domrick Elementary in Maitland. And Tony, the superintendent plans to visit there in just a few hours.
Yeah, that's right, Mayor. Superintendent Maria Vasquez will be making the rounds to a number of schools here within her district, but the first stop will be here at Domrick Elementary starting at 9 o'clock this morning. And another safety note, the district announced that it is partnering with the Orange County Sheriff's Office, as it often does. The Sheriff's Office will have access to 6,000 district cameras across the campuses in case of an emergency. For now, reporting live in Maitland, Tony Atkins, WESH 2 News.
Students in Seminole County are also heading back to class today.
Yeah, thousands of them will be getting to and from school on buses. WESH 2's Bob Hazen is live at the Transportation Bus Hub in Winter Springs. And Bob, Are drivers beginning to show up there and get out on the roads to the bus stops?
Yeah, they are here. They are rolling out right now. Lots of buses coming out of the parking lot right here. And they have a cheering squad as well. You can see right back there. That's some school board members along with school district officials and the superintendent. Serena Beeman is there on that little median there. And again, so we're out here. These buses are all leaving, heading out there to pick up their students with their cheering squad right there. We're going to be, of course, monitoring the situation all morning long as kids go back to school here in Seminole County. Reporting live in Winter Springs, Bob Hazen, WESH 2 News.
All right, Bob, thank you. And Volusia County is the only school district here in Central Florida getting a few extra days of summer break. The first day of classes is Monday. Our Claire Metz is going to bring you live coverage all morning long this Monday. And our special back-to-school coverage doesn't end here on Sunrise. Coming up in less than 10 minutes, we take a look at how Brevard, Lake, and Marion counties are prepping for this first day of classes. In Orange County, a 2-alarm fire at a condo in the Rosemont neighborhood is being investigated as a possible case of arson. This blaze broke out of the building on South Lake Orlando Parkway. Crews were called there just after 9 last night. No injuries have been reported, and at this point, we still don't know how many of the condos were impacted. Also in Orange County, we're waiting to find out if anyone will be arrested for a shooting that sent one man to the hospital in Orlando. Deputies say a man in his 30s had been shot during a fight at the intersection of Curry Ford Road and Chickasaw Trail at around 5:30 yesterday evening. Deputies tell us the fight then led to a vehicle crash, injuring another man. Everyone is expected to recover. All right, Marquise, yeah, we're going to time that out. He joins us there from Edgewater High. And we're talking about Brevard County students also returning to those campuses. We're checking in with our Scott Heidler, who's live as school buses are getting ready to roll out there.
Plus, for the first time in years, Marion County is seeing rapid growth. The impact it's having on the school district ahead of the first day of class. And keeping students safe, the new crisis alert system in Lake County schools this year.
And as we go to break, we're throwing it back to our first day of school here. Look at our very own Tony Atkins and Bob Hazen. I love that Bob's in a tie. going to elementary school there. We love to see these first day of school pictures. Submit them now. We want to see your kiddos. Go to wesh.com/upload.
You're watching WESH 2.
And we're back with more of our special back-to-school coverage. We're continuing it in Brevard County.
Yes, families are rushing to get their kids out the door and to the bus stop on time. WESH 2's Scott Heidler is live at the South Bus Compound in Melbourne. And Scott, the buses are starting to roll out now.
They are. We actually just saw the first one roll out the gates just in the last couple of minutes. I'll step out of the way so you can see them all lined up here now. So that's something that the students and the parents might see. So again, now we're seeing some more bus drivers start to arrive. So again, over the next probably half hour or so, we'll see a lot more of these buses roll out to go get those 74,000 students across the county. Reporting live in Melbourne, Scott Heidler, WESH 2 News.
In Lake County, there are lots of new things the district is also introducing this year. Sonica Dungay joins us now in studio. And Sonica, one of those changes deals with school safety.
Yeah, the district is launching a new crisis alert system called Montage. Finally, the superintendent is reminding families of the biggest change students will notice statewide. Cell phones and headphones or earbuds will no longer be allowed during the school day. They must be kept away in a purse or backpack. Mayor?
Sonica, good information there. Marion County is another district in our area experiencing growth.
And we want to bring in Sheldon Dutez. Sheldon, that district's prepping to welcome a record 45,000 students today.
So many students there in Marion County, and the superintendent says this kind of growth is fairly new for their district, but more and more families are moving to the southwest part of the county. Well, under a new state law that went into effect on July 1st, all school buses are allowed to have cameras that read and record license plates of cars that illegally pass school buses when that stop sign arm is out. All Marion County public school buses already have these cameras on board, and the district says that they are ready to work with the deputies and police officers to catch drivers who go around stop buses, guys.
All right, Sheldon, and WESH 2 News is your home for all things back to school. You can find everything you need to know for this new school year on our website, wesh.com.
And at 5:47, as you're getting ready and the kids dress for the day ahead, man, just try to dress as cool as you possibly can because it's going to be so hot for the little ones.
Yeah.
Temperatures this afternoon Actually, let's start at 10 a.m., right? 100 degrees or higher. That's at 10 a.m. That's not even our peak heating hours. By lunchtime, it'll feel like 105. And then right after that, 2 o'clock peak heating, it's going to feel like 109 to 114. So we are talking about dangerous heat this afternoon. That's why we have an excessive heat warning as well as a heat advisory in place. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's going to feel a lot more like 112 in Orlando, 111 in DeLand, 113 in Palm Coast, 114 in Palm Bay and in Melbourne, and 110 in Ocala. We yet again are talking about this dangerous heat. That's why we can't stress enough to make sure that the kids are staying hydrated, as well as make sure they're wearing light colored clothing as well as lightweight clothing. Believe it or not, now is going to be the coolest time of the entire day, but we're already feeling warm in some spots. Right now at 5:48, we're feeling a lot more like 88 degrees in Orlando, 89 in Kissimmee, 88 degrees in DeLand, 89 in Sanford, 87 in New Smyrna Beach and in Titusville, and it feels a lot more like 83 in Melbourne. So getting the kids ready for school, know that not only is it going to be hot, by the time that you pick the kids up from school, there are going to be a few isolated showers, but that's about it. It's going to be pretty much isolated at this point to a 30% coverage of rainfall. We will also be down to a 20% chance of rainfall tomorrow, so drier conditions. That heat bumps up. Looking ahead to the weekend, we're increasing our rain up to a 30% coverage, but temperatures still hover in the mid and upper 90s. All right, let's get over to Megan with a check on the roads.
Kellyanne, good morning. Traffic is looking great this morning. If you're getting ready for that morning drive, not monitoring any delays or crashes that could slow down your morning commute. This is a live look at Marion County I-75. You can see northbound and southbound. No construction delays here this morning. Also, again, no crashes to be concerned about. Those big yellow school buses, though, are out across Central Florida this morning for the first day, so just a couple reminders. Make sure you definitely pay attention to those flashing lights. Never pass a school bus when their stop arm is out, and of course always watch for those children crossing, especially in those school zones. So good reminders. Definitely make sure you're driving extra cautiously on the first several weeks of school. Checking in on those travel times, I-4 westbound if you're traveling from Maitland, Longwood, or Lake Mary, heading towards downtown to about Colonial Drive, we're at less than 13 minutes.
All month long, we are featuring dogs and cats across Central Florida in need of a new home.
Today's Clear the Shelters pet is actually a 2-for-1. We're introducing you to Aaron and Presley next.
A tragic update out of Hawaii now. The death toll from the wildfires in Maui County has risen to at least 36 people. The fires are being fueled by strong winds from Hurricane Dora in the Pacific. Flames moved throughout the night, forcing adults and children to dive into the ocean for safety. At least 271 structures have been damaged or destroyed so far. The Central Florida Tourism Oversight Board is asking a federal court to toss out Disney's lawsuit against the board.
Yeah, and finally yesterday, the board said the court should either abstain from or dismiss the lawsuit. Disney argues the state violated the company's First Amendment rights by dissolving its special district and replacing it with the Tourism Oversight Board, which is appointed by the governor. That happened after Disney criticized Florida's so-called Don't Say Gay bill.
SpaceX is getting ready for its third Starlink mission this week and the second from our Space Coast. It's set to send up a Falcon 9 rocket tonight. The launch is set for 9:55 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. All month long, WESH 2 is working with dozens of local animal shelters to find pets forever homes through our Clear the Shelters campaign.
And this morning we have a brother and sister duo up for adoption. Meet Aaron and Presley. They're 6 months old. These are black lab mixed pups currently at Lake County Animal Services. The pair can be shy at first, but quickly warm up to new people. They're puppies, so they need adopters who have the time to train them. Both love the water and happily splash around in baby pools and in sprinklers. Aaron and Presley can be adopted together or separately. Either way, their adoption is at no cost under the Lake County Clear the Shelters promotion. Full adoption details are on WESH.com. Just click Clear the Shelters. Our Sunrise team is helping you navigate this first day of school all morning here on Sunrise.
And that includes children heading back to class in Central Florida's largest district. Tony.
Yeah, 200,000 students are heading back to Orange County Public Schools starting today. After the break, we take a look at some of the challenges the district plans to address this coming year. Kellyanne.
And as you dress the kids for school, make sure they're wearing lightweight clothing as well as light colored clothing because 98 degrees this afternoon will feel a lot hotter. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll show you how hot it'll feel later on this afternoon. Megan.
Kellyanne, those big yellow buses are about back on the roads this morning. I'll take a look at those and have a look at those travel times coming up straight ahead.
And we'll take you to a view of Mount Dora. Look at this Lake County Tower Cam Network shot. It is a steamy back to school Thursday. We're helping you navigate the weather, how to dress those kiddos, and any traffic trouble. It's all straight ahead in a brand new hour of sunrise. Join us next at 6.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Florida Blue, your local Blue Cross Blue Shield.